How's it going, everybody? Thank you for joining the stream this evening. Before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and take a peek at what we finished from last week. So we didn't finish building this on stream, but I finished it in my free time. This is a piece of terrain from a company called Warsenal. They produce laser cut MDF terrain for Infinity the game. This is the roof. So all of this is modular. Everything comes off. All our door panels are now magnetized, so that when we build our other pieces of terrain, we can connect them all together. And as I build stuff and build like game boards and things like that, then I will post pictures on Instagram as well as on my Discord. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord, you are welcome to. So we got this all set up. Absolutely beautiful color printed modular terrain from one of my new favorite stores, Warsenal. So we're going to work on some Infinity models tonight. I have technically only one model from my army finished. It's this one here. And then we have one that is 90% done. And then I've got, where's the other work in progress? Two little drone bots that are work in progress models that we'll probably work on after we finish her. Or if we really want to try hard, we'll work on the next Zanshi that is partially painted. Alrighty. We gotta work on getting some paints out. But before we do that, no, that's fine. Okay, so before we do that, we are going to crisp noise from the can. Yeah, gotta get that painting and gaming fuel going in my system for sure. Recently made the switch from regular to diet Mountain Dew because I drink too much of it. So I feel better about drinking diet than I do regular with all that extra sugar. So let's give you some images of what we're working with here, what we're going to be working on. So we've got the one scrolling in the top. That is her right here. She's almost finished. But the first one that we worked on, are we in focus? No. Why? Oh, I betcha my camera is set to autofocus and it shouldn't be. Sure is. Okay. Now we're set for painting. So this is the first one that we worked on for proof of concept, that we could, you know, do the color scheme based off of the box art with a little bit of a twist in modifications and colors. We're figuring out how to create the box art paint scheme for my Infinity Army. Let's see if I have a Yu Jing art. Let's see. Nope, that's Nomads. I have so many models that sometimes I forget where they're all at.
It's called having an addiction.
It's not called me having an addiction, it's called collecting.
Addicted to collecting.
Let's try. Nope, that, I mean, whoa. There we go. It's not anything we're working on this evening, but this is a model that I own. Sounds like denial, maybe a little bit. But you know, I've been doing real good and haven't bought very many minis this year. I know it's just July, but we're gonna try and keep that going through the end of the year. So this is Yu Jing box art model with the orange-yellow armor, and we've been attempting to match it as best we can. Again, this one was the test model, and seeing if we can actually create that really nice yellow-orange. It's actually a lot darker in person than what is on the camera, which is interesting. And because of that, we decided to go way brighter on this one. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. Her armor's done, the pants are done, the jacket's done. The only thing we really have left to do is the gun and her straps on her legs. Right, she's got the gun holster here, the straps across here, and then her knife on this side. So that is where we're at on this model, and then we'll either work on the next Zanshi or we'll go to the drone bots over here. Let me there we go. Pull up my handy dandy paint app, or as my fiance likes to call it, my list app. And we'll look at paints that we've used so I don't use the wrong thing. A head? The head? Like the face? Is that what you're saying looks real good? Ooh, you know what else I don't have done on this that I just noticed? Is her little green breastplate piece here. So maybe that's also something we're gonna have to work on tonight. Okay. Satellite green. So this one, dragon green. There we go. Satellite and platypus teal. I also just reorganized my paint racks. So I don't know where everything is at. I haven't painted since I reorganized. Oh, she looks so good. Yeah, like I said, I've been real happy with this one. The backpack is just, I don't know, like it looks good, but it wasn't quite what I wanted out of it. All right, I got the green. Do I want to use? No, we're just gonna run outside. And then okay, I want your guys' opinion here. So this is the current state of her gun. This is just a black prime with a white dry brush. Man, getting into focus. There it goes. A white dry brush to create this gradient effect. On the other one, we took it further than that and tried to do like a non-metallic metal, like gunmetal effect. I don't love it, but it's better than nothing. So the question is, do we want to do that here, or do we just want to leave it white? I mean, they're like snow-themed models, so if it's all white, like, it's not that bad.
Enough. Done enough.
Alright. Shake some paint here. So we need green for her chest piece. We need the browns for the belts. I guess I probably need like a black or a gunmetal. Okay, let's get. Where are my blacks? Where did I move them? Oh, you know what? I think I pseudo got rid of my black paint because I'm trying to use everything and anything but black. Oh my god, there's a black. This one's probably nice shiny. Is this even open? No. Like a true metallic or the non-metallic that I tried to do? I'm trying to avoid true metallics on these guys. So if anything, I might do like, oh, instead of black, where's mine. I feel like a gunmetal blue. Those metallics. Color shifters. Night blue. Not what I want. White green. Also metallics. We could do the gray, like the really dark gray. This is my blue liner. Yeah, I think we do blue liner. Maybe avoid the full black. Alrighty. How's everybody's week treating them so far? Friday Eve, hip hip hooray. One more day till the weekend. So let's get some paint on the palette here. Oh wait, there's shit. A lot of water on my palette. Like big water droplets. Some soup. Hopefully you don't have a cold. I don't think I ever drink or eat soup like if I don't have a cold. Like even when it's cold outside, which is almost never here, I don't think like, I never think about soup. Okay. That's soaked up, brown down. It's the blue liner. No soup for me, you're right. I also am mildly scarred by videos from when I was a kid about soup from my favorite anime. Oh yeah, there's a whole like weird YouTube video about soup. For what was it, Code Geass? They made a silly, dumb video about soup. I don't know. It was like them talking on the phone. I don't remember a whole lot of the video. I've tried to block it out of my brain. That's way too thick. Okay, there it is. Is that in focus? That doesn't look like it's in focus. Camera control. That's worse. I think eventually I'm gonna work on maybe a secondary camera. So that we can get nice close-ups of the model, like being painted, right? And also like a secondary one on my palette. That looks good. Much better. Working with much smaller models than what I was painting previously before I stopped streaming. Switching over from Warhammer to Infinity, we were painting the 32 or heroic scale. Now we're down to 32 millimeter or heroic, which is more like 35. These are 28 millimeters, considerably smaller. Right, like this is a standard D&D model, and that's a standard Warhammer model. Like, it's huge by comparison. I always get a kick out of showing people pictures of these and like stuff that I work on in paint. Like, oh wow, yeah, that's super cool. But they never quite realize how small it is. So I've had to start like taking scale pictures. Or like, I'll bring, like, I brought one of these models to work because I had a game after work that day, and that was when my coworkers realized like how fucking small these things really are. Gotta be cringe and go play Genshin. Ugh. You could just like, you know, leave it on in the background and play Genshin. You got a computer, right? Walk and chew gum at the same time. It's funny. God, my voice is fucking all over the place tonight. I started learning how to play Infinity, and I've completed a total of like, what, 2 games at 200 points instead of the like normal like 300 point competitive amount. And the number of times I've started like 3 or 4 other games beyond the 2 that I actually finished. And of the games that I've started, I think I've used this model and the one that I've painted already like 3 times. Like, these are the most like basic entry level like troop characters. They're not good. They're designed to just sit in the back and generate orders for you to do all the cool shit with all the other models. Right, you can spend extra points and maybe make one of them a hacker or your lieutenant, but honestly, most of the time, I don't even know if it's worth it to like make these models or these characters like spending more points on them. Like, they're good for just, you know, cheap filling out your list or like sitting in the back and doing nothing, or in your deployment zone doing nothing. This is only mildly nerve-wracking too, because I probably should have painted these straps at a way earlier stage. I really don't want to mess up what I've already painted. But this is where having really good brush control comes in handy. Let's see, are we still in focus? Yeah, it's about the best focus we're gonna be. Let's see, how do I paint this other one? Okay. I think eventually I'm gonna have to upgrade my primary camera that looks at the miniature so that I can get a clearer picture for you guys. Also, thank you, Katerina. I always feel like I am not a very good painter, but then I see things that other people paint and it reminds me of like, oh, okay, I'm not terrible. But then, you know, I go on Instagram and I follow like the painters that I admire, and I'm like, oh god, they're all so good. And they paint way faster than I do. I think that's the real difference, right? Like, they paint this to this high quality and level in a much shorter time. But that's also probably because they're like, they've turned painting into a career. And while it's a fun thought, I don't know if I could ever turn my miniature painting into a career. But you know, that's what the stream is for, right? Eventually turn Twitch into income. And then maybe I can do it more often. Super excited for tomorrow night to get back into a hobby that I swore I would never do again. But, you know, I used to play Magic the Gathering. Used to, keyword. And when I quit, everyone's like, oh, you gotta come back, you gotta play again, like, super cool new set. And I was like, nope, not gonna play unless we go back to Lorwyn. And the whole ironic part of that statement is that if you know anything about Magic the Gathering, you know that the plane of Lorwyn, the hobby did not be named. No, it's fine, we can name what it is, who cares? If you follow Magic the Gathering and you know anything about Lorwyn, you know that Lorwyn was like blocked off from planeswalkers being able to travel to it at the end of the last set for Lorwyn. So we like effectively couldn't travel back to Lorwyn. So by me saying, oh yeah, I'll play again when we go back to Lorwyn, was me being like, because that's never going to happen. Well, now I have to eat my words, and we're going back to Lorwyn. So I'm like, well, fine. I guess I'm going to play pre-release. And then probably buying product to like play sealed events at home with friends. I think the goal is that I'm gonna like collect the whole set, put it in a box, and then never touch it again. Does that capture? Can you guys hear that? Can you hear my, like, when I rinse my brush, the water shaking? Yeah, it sounds like it picks it up. Yeah, like, I never understood why they wrote themselves into that corner, because myself and every other person that plays elves and Magic the Gathering is like, we love Lorwyn. Okay, good. I have a mixer on OBS that shows when it's picking up my audio, and it sounded like it was capturing the water, but wanted to double check. But yeah, like every elf player and their mother was like, man, I wish we could go back to Lorwyn and get all the fucking awesome elves that were in that set. But no. No, not chocolate. Maybe. I gotta figure out how I did the leather on the previous one. Sepia, that's a wash. Maybe we'll go with this. See how this works. I mean, listen, I love playing elves, so I automatically want everyone else to love playing elves. But also I realize that there are people that have played against elves that have horror stories of playing against elves. And I feel bad for them. Because elves are super fun. And I have built probably like six decks for myself, plus iterations to those decks. Man, that's a really thin paint. And I've built at least 4 elf decks for other people. And I built them for other people because they're like, you're the elf guy, right? Like, you know what's good, what's bad. I've definitely built some bad ones. Like, I think the worst one that I ever built was red-green. But at the time, there wasn't, like, a lot of great support for just red-green cards in general. Revamping into Oblivion. And then buff into Oblivion seems very traditional green. I mean, that's 100% what my... Oh, yes, it is very traditional green. I don't know, it's real fun. It's not ramping into Oblivion, it's just ramping into a lot. Right, like, I think the most I've ever made in a single turn with my elf deck was maybe like 100, 150. But 150 green mana when all your creatures cost anywhere from 1 to 5 goes a long way. I'm really looking forward to like seeing what the new elves in Shadowmoor do. Because like they're gonna be in this set. Yeah, 150 green mana. I make it a point to not go infinite when I play Magic, only because Like, I don't know, I've always been a believer in fair magic. Like, I'm not gonna go infinite, I'm just gonna go like really wide or really big. But like, there's always an answer, you can always deal with it. I'm not just gonna shut my opponent down. That's no fun. Yeah, I don't, not infinite, just like 20-30 minute turns with all of the triggered interactions and searching your deck and shit like that. Like, you remember Karametra, right? The landfall deck that I played? I would do a thing and then get like 5 triggers for landfall, resolve all of those, and then do another thing and get like 5 or 6 more landfall triggers. Like, I made people just rage quit because they were like, are you gonna kill me? You've spent 15 minutes searching your deck and casting things. Am I dead? Like, no, it's just getting land. Yeah. Well, I took apart Karametra, right, and I got rid of one deck searching. I took apart one deck that searches the deck for stuff, and then built Captain Sasay, which just does the same thing, but I get to search for the target every time. Or like, I get to pick what it is, not just lands. I guess I do need to go brighter. So yeah, I'm real excited to see cheating out fat flyers. I suppose it's super fair. Oh, what, Kalia? Is that what you're talking about? Angels, Demons, and Dragons, oh my. I also built that deck. That was fun. Let's do 50-50. That's not 50-50. Not in the slightest. But that is definitely what I was looking for. In the mix. See, that is very out of focus. That's much better. Okay. I'm planning on building a light version of her where it's possible to win without her. Oh, yeah, Kalia. She's rude at times. Like, I think the best start that I had with that deck was turn 1 was like Soul Ring into a Signet, right, that produced mana, and then turn 2, no, turn 1 was land, Chromatic Lantern, land, Soul Ring. I don't know. I turn 2 or turn 3, cast Kalia with haste, and then swung and dropped Avacyn. Mono white Avacyn. I'm just like, yep, everything now has indestructible. Have fun. Autofocus is not on. I intentionally turn autofocus off because if autofocus is on, it wants to look at like the palette down here. It wants to look at like my brushes and stuff like that, and not just the mini. So I intentionally leave autofocus turned off. So that the thing that I'm painting stays in the field of view more. And you're right, it was gross. Yeah, when I like turn 3 Kalia, I don't remember if it was a one-on-one or if it was a group game, but I basically made everybody scoop. They're just like, okay, we can't deal with that. Let's go to the next game. Where's that gunmetal? Oh, I think that's not my blue liner, is it? Why is that so watery? Oh, that's right. Reaper paints. Auto scoop, auto focus, same difference. Yeah, maybe that's about right. I fully expect to get absolutely terrible pulls tomorrow. Because in my time away from Magic, you know, card players are superstitious, right? So I needed to get a Christmas present for my brother-in-law, or to-be brother-in-law. And his gift wasn't going to show up in the mail in time. And I know he plays Magic, so I went and bought some packs. And I got him some standard stuff, whatever standard is right now. But they also had some of the Lord of the Rings packs left. So I bought 3 of those for me. And I bought him 6 packs of whatever's in standard. And I used up all of my luck for the time away from the game and managed to pull a pack foil 1 ring. So I fully expect to have terrible pulls tomorrow night because all of my luck got used up on that. New player luck? Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully I have my 2013 or M13 luck where I pulled. That was before they were doing the seeded sealed packs, and you just got like 6 booster packs. But my M13 pre-release packs, I pulled a Cranko Mob Boss and that big dumb worm, like a 7 mana worm creature that's like, when it enters the battlefield, if your life total is less than 7, it becomes 7, and your life total can't be reduced to less than 7. So like your opponent has to deal 7 damage to you in a single turn to kill you. And between him and Cranko, like nobody could touch me. The best part, and that I found hilarious as well, was that I couldn't finish the event. I got like called into work. So it's like round 3, maybe 4, out of like a 6-round event. And my boss called me in the middle of the match. He's like, hey, where are you at? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're supposed to be here. I was like, I thought that wasn't until like an hour from now. He said, nope. Shit. Okay. I'll be there in like... I was like, I'll be there in like 30, 45 minutes. So I finished the match with the guy that I'm playing, beat him, and then dropped from the event. He's like, you're really gonna do that? You're gonna beat me and then you're gonna drop? I'm like, yep. See you later, dude. The next time I came into the store, the owner of the store was like, hey, you won packs from the event. last weekend. I was like, oh shit. I won like 4 packs, and then I think I hit like a mythic. Yeah, that big dumb worm. I don't even know what the hell it was called. Right? Yeah, I think it was like it was round 4, and I was 3-1, and I had to leave. So it ended up being like a 3 or 4-way tie for first place. So I dropped and still like tied for first. It was wild. Elder Scale Worm. Yep, that's it. It's like a 7-mana 7/7. That when it enters the battlefield, if your life total is less than 7, it becomes 7. And then your life can't be reduced to less than 7.
You said that you've been lonely, makes you cold as ice. Hard to get to know me, but better than the lies. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. You said there ain't no reason, but I sit here every day.
God, I'm afraid to go brighter on this.
And I won't feel like I should stay.
I'm afraid it's just gonna wash out with the yellow. Like $2. Yeah, that sounds about right. Magic cards don't hold their value for anything anymore. Most things from back then, like, aren't worth anything anymore. Oh yeah, I learned a long time ago that standard cards need to be gotten rid of as soon as, like, you get them. Most of the time, they're not worth the paper they're printed on. It's modern and legacy cards that are worth all the real money. I still have all my modern decks too. So if I'm ever just feeling nostalgic about Magic, I'll go through my backpack and look at all my old decks. I'd say that looks pretty damn good for those little leather straps. And the start of Spooks Are Us. Hardened Scales? Hardened Scales was a good deck. I don't know what Spooks Are Us was. Do I want to mess that up? I mean, yeah, from what I understand, Modern's like the new Legacy. It's like a turn 2, turn 3 format instead of like a turn 4 to turn 6 format. Like it got so much faster. Bant Spirits, yeah. I played Bant Spirits. That was a fun deck. I'm torn. So there's a raised like edge to her coat. Right? Like right here, right there, and then there's the buckle. And I don't know whether or not I want to leave that white or if I want to like paint it brown. I think I'm going to think about it and work on the green. Need my pokey tool. I should paint this guy. It's the awesome little device called a pokey tool. It's basically just a needle on a connected to a piece of metal, but you use it to clear out the clogs in your paint bottles. Yeah, get that out of there. Slap some shadow on there. Yeah, I got two different ones. So I got the little sleeping dragon, and then I have another one that looks like a skull. There's fun little things to paint. But I have so many other projects and things to paint that the pokey tool is the last thing on my brain. Rainbow dragon? When? I don't know if I ever planned on painting a rainbow dragon. I have a project idea for a space dragon, not a rainbow dragon. Besides, if I did a rainbow dragon, then you guys would have to fight it in D&D. So we'll leave that out. Okay. Also, like, I've tried to get you guys to fight a dragon like 2 or 3 different times. Every time you guys decide, yeah, we want to do something else. You'll pass on what? The fact that you'd have to fight it? The dragons, they hurt. Yeah. I mean, again, like, they're not... Sometimes they're pretty rough, but not always. You guys are a high enough level to deal with dragons anyway, so. I really want to do a void dragon. Because I've made those canon in my world. That's what the space dragon would be. I got the perfect model for it. I just have to sit down and do it.
I need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead. I'm barely breathing, I'm barely awake. You left me in pieces, there's no more to break. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me
You can certainly try.
up, 'cause you're just a ghost
I don't think your persuasion is that high though.
in my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. I need an angel
I might need a smaller brush.
to what you did, 'cause you were the devil, you messed with my head. You lied to my mother, you lied to my friends. You said that you'd be there, but this never ends.
With how slow you guys level up, are you sure you want to try to multi-class?
Not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost.
No. Good try. You guys are like level 10.
You're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. 'Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips. You're just a ghost inside my
Shit.
head. Oh, you're just a ghost inside my head.
No, we got paint where I wasn't supposed to. right? No, it's orange brown. There it is. I mean, yeah, you need a diamond to cast Revivify, but what does the party do when the cleric dies and can't cast Revivify? Is that really cavalry? That's weird. That's so much lighter. No, you don't have Revivify in a stone. Revivify doesn't come in a stone. Okay. That is not the right color. That's better. We're gonna need to do a little bit of shadow work here. So when we were doing the emblem on the front of her chest, just a little bit of green going over it right here at the edge. I'm going to switch to a really thin brush. See if we can recess shade that little line. Much better. All right. Bloodstone is a different thing. Okay. Chunkachu. Oh, it's a plushie. Interesting. Yeah, you need more Pokemon plushies, like you need a hole in your head. You see that from a position of someone that has too many models. Haven't been charged yet. Charged of what? Well, I guess I can't say the same for my models, because they definitely don't fit into a basket. I had to buy a whole other shelf so that I could fit all my models above my desk. For the life-size ones I ordered. Oof. Well, I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse. Like, I was amazed when you told us how much those things were. Oh no. I had some paint come off the bottom of my gun barrel here. Some exposed metal. happens. Money is in a high yield saving account, so I'll be okay once it hits. Well, guess that's a positive. We're just gonna hit this whole underside with this blue. Something to give it just a little bit more. That's almost too dark now. Ugh. Alright. Where's my gray? Yeah, didn't you order like 3 or 4 of those plushies? All 8. Oh my god. You're a crazy person. Excuse you, Aurora. It's over here bumping into my arm, and now she's like, stop, enough. They have crossbody bags that are. What? Body bags with EV heads? That's a new level of kink that I wasn't expecting to hear about this evening. Did we lose stream here?
It looks like
Videos
it froze.
buffering, low latency. Well, where the heck do I do that? Shit. Fuck. Oh, okay, cool. Maybe. Let's refresh. See if it's still going. Did you guys lose chat? Are we back? We're live? Okay, cool. You know what we can do? I need to do some highlights on her fur parts. And after that, I think we're done. Other than our base. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's get some highlights on her fur trim. And we'll call this finished. See, this is why I have to keep the stream up on a web browser so that I can see when it buffers and runs into issues. Thick fucking paint. Much better. No, her boots don't have any fur. She's got fur on the trim of her coat, on her wrists, and then on the hood. Just little light scratchy highlights. See if we can get these. I might need some flow improver. Paint's drying up pretty quick. Sure, we're in focus here. There we go. Yeah, if I'm ever out of focus, like, yell at me, chat. Huh. No, no apple bottom jeans. Aurora, enough. Jesus. Aurora. Licking me is one thing, but when she bumps into my painting arm, that's where we have issues. Best viewers. I don't even know how to say that username. A Blaze excuse? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're working on Yu Jing Zanshi model. Trying to create box art paint scheme. Paint it to the highest quality that I can. We're almost done with this one. Just working on some final edge highlights here in the fur trim. Yeah, I end up holding the model further away from me. I like lower down on my desk. So getting the zoom right is difficult sometimes. I just need to get a higher quality camera. That's what I hear. Okay. I honestly don't like these highlights very much. They don't look very good. So when in doubt, glaze it out. One of my many hobbies. Eventually we'll probably do some video game streams. That was an off-white. It doesn't look like an off-white, but it's an off-white. Right? So this is the white that I just used for the highlight. And that's a pure white. So that's the pure white, and that's the off-white that we just used for the highlight. But it looks really bright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the color of the fur we're just gonna glaze that color right on top of the highlight we just made. It should bring it down, still keep it bright. That's better. I like that a lot better. Actually, I'm just gonna hit black. Try to paint her glove. Bring a little bit of definition into here. Where'd my flow improver go? Nope, sorry, we were out of frame there. Doing a little bit of black lining. See if we can help some details pop a little better. Whoa.
Enough.
Same.
I don't blame her for that one.
I think that might have been the trash guy.
I don't know. I thought he already came. Thank you. That was a good girl. Ever would we protect ourselves otherwise?
Bestest guard dog. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of frame because I'm trying to get small details and I gotta hold the model in weird positions. I'm just really struggling to figure out whether or not the part that I'm painting right now is part of her glove, part of her armor, or what. I feel like it's part of her glove. Just gonna leave it alone. I think we messed that part up, but whatever. A little late now. You know what we should do? Hello. Is use something that I try not to use a whole lot, but they're great for recess shading. Is a wash. Just gotta be really careful about gnome oil? No, Nullen oil. There's no G in it. There we go. All right. I think we just do the base rim, and then we're ready for varnish. What are we at? What is our stream time? Oh. Two hours. Okay. Okay. So we gotta be real careful here not to get black paint on my line of fire sections, my pretty snow all over my base. Ah, shit. Let's zoom this out a little bit. Camera's getting out of focus too much. Or out of frame, I should say. Okay, better. Okay. Now we varnish. You gotta love when pet hair gets into your dry palette. So the last thing I want to do is lock in pet hair on top of my model. Thank you, Silent Moose. Thanks for tuning into the stream. That's my matte varnish, which I think we can just hit the whole model. And then we'll use gloss varnish for the base rim so that it's nice and shiny. Throwing stuff. Don't mind me. This is probably one of the scariest parts about painting metal models, is at the end when you varnish everything you gotta handle it. And you always run the risk of pulling paint off. Which is why we varnish our metal models. Metal models more than any others. Because the last thing we want is for that paint to come off. Let that dry for a second. But also, I hit this gun tip because it did chip and I want to paint it. Okay, so while the base rim varnish sets, what do you think we want to see next? Do we want to jump to the third and final Zanshi. Or do we want to work on these guys? Our little robots. We got 2 of them, and then we got the one Zanshi left.
Hey Google, figure out flavor of 1 and 3.
What are we thinking, chat? What do you think we want to see worked on next? Do we want to keep going with our lady soldiers, or do we want to work on some robots? What do you guys want to see? That was a lot. The ladies are fun. The mix of male and female characters in Infinity, like the models, is pretty even. That's really great to see, especially when you come from Warhammer and the only like female models that you really see her paint are Sisters of Battle. Also, somebody that works at Corvus Belli that sculpts their female character models has gotta be like an ass man. Like, has to like butts, because the way these are sculpted, like, she got a booty, and every single one of them is like that. Same thing here. Oh, this one doesn't, but I don't know if this is a man or a woman. I think this one's also a female sculpt. Where's the other one? Where's the one where I really noticed it? It's one of the character models that I have. Like, look at that. Like, the female models just have super sculpted and shapely butts. It's hilarious. I'm looking forward to painting this one. This is a character model. Her name is Bishi, and she is apparently a menace. Just like her ability to move around the board, and then when she gets in close combat, this sword just messes people up. And this is also a limited edition sculpt that I was able to snag from a convention. All right. We will call her done. See if we can get a good close up. I should probably paint that handle and that blade better, now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, we'll call her done for now. All right. And then start working some layers on this for the next 15-20 minutes, and then we'll call it. Get down some base coats for her pants. We're gonna darken up her jacket a little bit more. We've already got the paint down for the pants, so let's work there.
The silhouette's burning, embers rising high, like a chemical fire. The flame won't die. Intertwine, darling, you and I.
Oh, let's see. We're looking for home. Yeah. 4 hours. 4 days. Minimum 3. Okay. Cool. What are we thinking, chat? Are we calling it here? I think we're gonna get this green down, and then we're just gonna call it. Yeah, I think we like it there. We got all the big base colors down on her. Other than like darkening her jacket back down.
What?
Okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. Happy Friday Eve. Before we go, I do want to give a quick shout out to a local painter and YouTuber who is just starting his channel. He is playing and painting Space Wolves. And I'm gonna drop a link to his channel in the chat once I find it. So there we go. So take a peek when you got a minute. Like his videos, watch them, and let him know that Multiverse Miniatures, leave a comment, do the things that make dings, and let him know that Multiverse Miniatures sent you to his channel. With that, we will call it a night, and don't forget to keep it weird. Have a good night, everybody.